G'day everybody, this is Roo and welcome to the first ever video review on RooRentalCarReviews.com. Decided we'd do something a little bit different. So today's subject is a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan. And yes, they still make these. So originally these were planned to be replaced by the Chrysler Pacifica, and they turned out to be so popular and such good value that Dodge and Chrysler decided to keep selling them. So here we are in the flesh. So this is an 11-year-old design. It originally came out, I believe, in 2008 or 2009. But here we are with an almost brand new one. It's only got 1,000 miles on it. So we'll go through some of the features and quirks of this car, and we'll go from there. So right off the bat, we do have the key to this. Voila. So we'll go ahead and open it up. And doors are all power. So getting into the car, pretty straightforward interior. It's a little bit dated. It's a lot of old Chrysler parts in here, but pretty straightforward presentation. So nice kind of leather half cloth seats here, very nicely finished. And we get in the gauges here are pretty straightforward. So nice simple gauges, almost look kind of Volkswagen-ish. We'll go ahead and light that up here. I got the old version of Dodge Uconnect. So the interface here, the display is a little bit dated. That gives away some of the age of the vehicle. It's not as clear and crisp as some of the newer Uconnect systems and more modern Chrysler products, but it's still pretty user-friendly. The Bluetooth did require some voice recognition. It didn't have a menu to go through, so we had to do it by voice, which is a little annoying with an Australian accent because it doesn't quite understand it. But we got through, and the Bluetooth got paired up. But otherwise, yeah, all your presets and stuff, it's all kind of a bit older and pixelated looking, but it works. Ventilation controls, really straightforward, just 3 simple knobs, one for the driver and passenger temperature control, one for the fan speed, and then you've got your buttons here for the ventilation, which direction. Got pretty decent storage here, got some storage underneath as well, for like a purse or a camera bag, and got 2 glove boxes. So storage is not a problem. Top of the dash is just all this scratchy kind of plastic material here. It's really hard. It feels a bit cheap and chintzy. That's probably the worst part about the whole vehicle. There are some soft touch bits here, and actually the armrests themselves are really nicely finished. But yeah, the dash top and stuff do definitely feel a bit cheap and nasty. The black piano inserts here do look really nice, so they do kind of break up the monotony. Looking out behind, the visibility in this is really good. There's a lot of glass area. The pillars aren't too bad, and there is also a rear camera as well. If I put this into reverse, no guidelines really. It's just it just shows proximity, but it doesn't have guidelines. And yes, the shifter itself is a little unique to mount it up there, but it does open up space. So moving to the back, because that's where minivans really do count. Let's go back there. And of course we've got 3 rows. This does officially seat 7 people. So we'll go ahead and take a seat here in the second row. And I'm 6'4", just for reference. And I do have pretty good space here for my knees. So got plenty of knee room. Now the seat itself does adjust, and there are extended little cubby storages that come out. So we'll go ahead and slide that back. But showing the slider here, it is actually underneath. Seat can go back and forward, like so. But yeah, pretty decent amount of leg room there for most passengers. And then to go into the third row, the seat does flip and forward like so. And there is a pretty decent third row, so I am going to be daring enough to go back in here, so let's give this a shot. And voila. So in the seat in its position here, I still have pretty good knee room here, so not too bad. I'm always a good tester on myself. If I can sit behind myself being 6'4", that's not a bad thing at all. So we're flipping forward that out of the way. Getting out is straightforward. And then going to the back of the van, it does have a power release, which never works when you do it on camera. And we've got a nice steep storage area here as well. There is no spare tyre, and that's partly because Chrysler said that they needed to make room for the Stow and Go seating. So that is something I am going to demonstrate here. I have time myself. I can do it in about 1 minute and 3 seconds. I won't do it as quickly, but I'll go ahead and do a quick demonstration. So we'll get the seat back up right here. Now, first thing to do, at least with the Dodge, is you do have to move it forward. So the Chrysler Pacifica does have its own dedicated controls just to move the seat forward automatically, Stow and Go. So this is probably the most painful part. So we'll go ahead and move the seat forward out of the way. So, perfect. So it's a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, if you fold the floor mat forward here, there's these little clips, and those flip and fold out of the way. Seems a bit chintzy at first, but actually the one thing I keep forgetting to do is the armrest do have to go up. So, and those flip and fold down and stow right into the floor. Beautiful, easy peasy. So, fantastic. I won't do the second one because you kind of get the idea. And then for the third row, that's actually even easier. So number one step is to pull this lever, which is also a really good prank on rear seat passengers. Boom, down like so. And Dodge was nice enough to give us step-by-step directions here. So then you got number 3, which I'll see if I can do this with one hand, and voila. You go completely flat floor to the back of the driver's seat there. And then, of course, the passenger side would be exactly the same step. Once you get the art of it down, you can do it in about 1 minute. So no problems there. Now, there are power controls too for the doors. So one is down here by the middle row passenger seat. There's also some up here in the console. And then also up here too is the mummy mirror to be able to see everything going on. Some overhead lights. I mean, it's all pretty straightforward stuff. This does have Bluetooth. Bluetooth, after pairing, was pretty easy to use. Got your cruise control buttons as well. And then under the hood, if we go around here, is the 3.6 litre, I believe it is the Pentastar engine. It does feel very gutsy. So this was a new engine they put in on this body design. It didn't come originally with this 10 years ago. And it is a really robust engine. It does have a lot of power, a lot of get up. And the transmission paired with it is absolutely perfect. Really well-timed gears and shifts. So, no, really enjoyable car to drive as far as power. We did average about, on a freeway run right now, realistically around 29 miles to the gallon. We did peak at 30, but that came and went pretty quickly. But otherwise, that is a tour of the Dodge Grand Caravan. And once again, yes, they do sell them still. They start off around $22,000, $23,000. That's kind of the big selling point now when minivans are getting upwards of $50,000. These start pretty cheaply. Now, this is the SXT model. It does come with a lot of extras, and it does come out to about $33,000 for this one. So it does lose the value proposition a little bit, especially compared to the Pacifica at this price. But still a really good van. So we'll do one final walk around. We'll shut the tailgate there. And as far as the styling, I mean, it's as exciting as it can get for a minivan. It has a pretty masculine kind of stance to a lot of square edges. Kind of mimics a bit of the Dodge products. I can see a bit of Durango, I can see a bit of Journey in there. But it doesn't have the feminine, sleeker design of like the Pacifica or the Sienna or the newer Odyssey. But still an attractive van nevertheless. It doesn't get second looks or anything. It kind of blends in. but still not bad. So otherwise, I think that should about do it. So thank you for reading, thank you for watching, and we'll keep these going from here on out. Ciao.